This is Jim, and that's Warren, and you're watching Talking Vintage Vendor Corner. Yes, why are we wearing shades? We are not the Blues Brothers.
Yeah, just kind of
not even close. Not even, and I can't see with these on, so here, we're going to go to the glasses so I can see.
Okay.
Hey, this is a different show for us. We normally do Talking Vintage that we put up on Facebook. This is Talking Vintage Vendor Corner, and it's just for the people out there who are vendors in a shop like Decades Reclaimed Vintage Depot, who we are brought to you by, located at 502 West Brendan Road, Lakeland, Florida, 33813. I'm the owner and a vendor here. I'm probably a vendor first and then the owner second because I like the vending part. I don't really like the owner. And Warren is an owner. Warren is an owner.
No.
Warren is a vendor here at Decades Reclaimed Vintage Depot. We are here to educate you, to give you tips and tricks, to entertain you maybe, to aggravate you definitely. So stay tuned to the end of the show. You never know what we're going to say or what's going to happen. If you appreciate us or don't appreciate us, then like and subscribe. Either way, you need to like and subscribe. Yeah, so, I mean, if it's totally aggravating, then, yeah, you definitely got to subscribe. So, I already talked about what Vendor Corner is. We come to you every other Sunday at 8 p.m. Yep, so check us out on a regular basis. Okay, today's topic is staging. Staging. Do you know what staging is?
Yeah, it's the way you put the stuff on the shelves.
That's right. It's the way you put the stuff on the shelf.
The good.
Yep. Ugly doesn't sell. Maybe that's why nobody watches our show.
Well, hey,
I'm serious. Let's go over the basics of staging. It has to be clean. You have to be clean. It has to be accessible. Okay. If your booth is dirty, people aren't going to go in. If they can't get in because it's not accessible, guess what? They're not going in.
Go right on by.
Okay, and yep. So you need to sweep the floors. You need to dust. You need to have good lighting. That's part of it. Just the basic. Make it easy to move around. Make sure that a wheelchair or a walker can go in there. You go to a lot of vintage places, a lot of antique malls, and there's no way a wheelchair or a walker can get in a booth. And hopefully that person who's in a wheelchair or a walker has somebody with them that can go in and bring stuff out. If you're here at Decades Reclaimed, you can't get in the booth, we would be happy to shop with you and go in and get stuff for you to look at and bring it on out. But hopefully, I think most of our booths are acceptable. Not all of them, but most of them are. Yep. So that's the basics. The second thing we're going to talk about is having a showcase, a photo op, a vignette versus organized chaos. Okay, so there's two ways you can approach your booth. You can have a showcase where everything is set up nice and pretty and little vignettes and organized with, different things here, different things there. And, that's a great way to do it. If you have the talent to do that, that sells. We have vendors here at Decades Reclaimed Vintage Depot. Vendor number 1. She's a big seller, and hers is fantastic looking.
Yep.
I mean, it looks like, somebody's living room sometimes. Or somebody's dining room. It's just, and she really sells well. She has a great eye, and she can definitely put the stuff together. It looks fantastic. Okay, and it's a great way to do it. Not everybody has the talent to pull that off. I mean, we don't have the talent to pull that off, and so I'm getting lost here. So even if you have that style, if that's your style, you still have to price well. That's part of it. That's any style you choose, you have to price well. If this is your style and you're not selling, you need to look at what you're selling and what price you have on it. Okay. This type of booth, going back to vendor 1, this type of booth makes the whole shop look good.
Oh yeah.
People really like it. And then the next style, which is our style, which we can talk more easily about, is the organized chaos. And that's our style of our booths, organized chaos. Get as many things as in there as you can in there. Sell by just the volume that you have. Try to organize a little bit. Alike things together. But yeah, so mine is not a vignette. Mine is not a showcase. Mine has no photo op in it. It's just got stuff and stuff everywhere.
Stuff.
It's clean. You know, it's somewhat organized. I make sure I light my booths really well. My booths are well lit. But the more we feel, the more stuff we have, the more we're going to sell. And that's successful too. People can be successful that way. The top two sellers here at Decades Reclaim Vintage Depot are more organized chaos than they are a Vinette or a Showcase. Yeah, for sure. We still group. We said that already.
Yep.
Let's see. But we still have an overall. Maybe a theme or a style, and he collects toys and albums, and so you can predominantly see that in his booth. I'm rusty, crusty, gas and oil type stuff, and you can predominantly see that in my booth.
But there's other stuff.
There's other stuff,
But
yeah, I mean, I don't have many things that would appeal to the finer sex. I don't. Mine's kind of man cave garage stuff.
You're right.
But other people, but they look in there because they want to buy for their significant other. It's just volume. Like you said, we have something for everybody.
We do. That's for sure.
Yep. All right. So it doesn't matter what your style is, whether you're a showcase, a Vinette, a photo op versus the organized chaos. You got to cover the basics. Like we said, it's got to be clean. It's got to be accessible. It's got to be lit well. You've got to bring the things that people, eye catchers to the front. You got to have all that stuff. And bottom line is, if you're not selling, you need to look at what you're selling and the price of it. So there you go. That's our thoughts on staging. If you want to see more of what we have to say, you can check us out every other Sunday night.
8 o'clock.
At 8 o'clock. Yep. And I think that's it. Our next show will be coming up 2 weeks from tonight.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wow. It sure is flying.
Appreciate everybody watching. Like we said, make sure you like and subscribe, even if you didn't like
Please
it.
do.
Like and subscribe anyways.
Please do.
Because it helps us out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All my Michigan friends. All my Egler's Green friends.
There you go. All right. It's Jim and Warren. You've been watching Talking Vintage Vendor Corner. Have a great night.